It's craft time! Today we're going to make little moon mobiles. For this activity, you need a piece of white paper, scissors, your hole punch, a piece of yarn, something to draw with like a colored pencil, and you'll also need a jar lid. The jar lid is what we're going to use to make our circle. So what you're going to do is just put your lid on the piece of paper and then trace around the circle. And when you do that, you should get a perfect circle. You'll need 2 of this for this activity, so go right ahead and trace around that jar lid 1 time and then another time to make 2 circles. Then you need to cut out those circles and just be sure that you're carefully cut around the whole circle to make a really great round shape. Great! Now I did that already, so now I have 2. And we're going to use, you could just use the plain circle, but this is the way to make it 3-dimensional. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little slit in that and then slide them together, and that's going to make a 3-dimensional shape. So to cut the slit, the first thing we're going to do is find the center of our circle and put a little dot there. There we go. And then we're going to draw a line from the center all the way out to the edge of the circle. That's great, right there, like that. And now we want to make this slot a little bit more than the center, so we're going to extend that down just a tiny bit, just like that. And you're going to need to do that for both of your circles. So find your center, draw your line, and then extend it down. Great. Now we have 2 circles, and we're going to cut our 2 slits. Just same way, just staying on the line, cutting right along that line that we drew. This is practice of cutting scissors and being really careful. There, I did it. Now I'm going to slide those 2 together, and you'll see how it makes, instead of a 1-dimensional circle, 2-dimensional circle. So we know the moon is not a flat disc, but really a round sphere. So this kind of gives that idea. Now you can decorate every side of this. You can flatten this again and just draw some different things on there. You might want to draw some craters on there and some round craters like this on each side of your moon. And you might want to think about other features that you might see on your moon. And remember that every side of your moon is going to show in this mobile. Now, just so that it doesn't slide around too much, we're going to add that little piece of Scotch tape. So we're going to tape it right here in between here. You can kind of flatten it to tape it. Just right there at the top. And then we're going to open it up again. And we can add another piece of Scotch tape on the other side so that it doesn't slide around too much. Here's my tape. And just add on a piece of tape right to that. Slide it out. Then you can open it up again. Make sure that it keeps its shape. Now we want to attach this. And to attach this, we're going to put 2 holes at the top of our shape, our circle shape, with a hole punch. Just like that. And then we'll have 2 places to thread our yarn through. And that will make it so that when it is hanging, it hangs kind of nice and evenly. Gives you a good place to hang your moon from. All right, and then just slide that yarn right up, and there we go. There's our moon. Now, to make it into a mobile, you can just hang it up on something, but you can also attach it to a straw or a skewer. And here I actually put a straw on a skewer, and you can just slide it on there and loop it around 1 time so that it stays on there, just like that. And maybe you want to have one moon like the Earth has, or maybe you want to have 2 moons like Mars has, or you can make many, many moons for your mobile like Saturn or Jupiter has. There we go. That's our fun mobile. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this activity, give us a like and thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel so that you'll get our craft times and story times in your subscription box each month. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.